Hello there! I am really looking forward to seeing the action figures in this box. Why? Because I almost did not get to purchase it. And you know what? That made me a little mad. When the Star Wars A New Hope Retro Figure Collection Multipack came out, I was excited to get it because I've been collecting all the retro figures. Why do I collect the retro figures? Well, because they remind me of what the action figures look like way back in the late 1970s and the 1980s when I began doing my collection. When the figures finally came for sale, I was on the Target app. I was trying to get it. And for a couple days, I was trying to find it at a local store because I have about 3 of them within about 35 miles of me. And I wasn't having any luck. And then one night, I finally was able to find one at a Target about 30 miles away from here. And it was the last one. So I hit that button and I put it in my cart and finished it out. And within minutes, I got a notification that the store had sold out and they did not have one to sell me. Well, that kind of made me upset. I had it in my cart. I hit the thing and it showed that I had purchased it. And then I get a notification that, nope, we're out. Somebody else must have got it before me. Oh, well. It was almost a month. I kept going to the Target app. I kept looking for it at my local stores. You know, you couldn't get it online because Target wasn't selling it online. And I don't understand why. I have not done the research and finding out why this was such a hard set to get. Did Target not order enough of them? Was the tariffs getting in the way? Did Hasbro not make enough of them? I don't know. But all I know is after nearly a month, almost every day of searching the Target app, and of course not finding it for sale on the app, but looking at the nearby stores to see if I got it or could get it, finally I was able to find it. And it wasn't at one of the stores. They finally opened it up for sale online. So I ordered it right away. And this time it went through and it has arrived. So I am looking forward to opening this up and finding out what we really got in here. Now, when I look at the package, overall, it doesn't look too bad. Looks like it survived the trip, except for right here. Got a bit of a bump there. Obviously, something hit it, or it hit something. And not only is it dented, but the cardboard is a little bit ripped. But really, the box is in pretty decent shape. So I am holding out hope that the action figures inside are good shape. Now, if the action figures are terrible shape, well, then we know that somebody at Target packaged up a rotten set for me. And then Target would also be added to my list of places that I don't like to order stuff from because they don't care about the customer. Well, the top of the box that I see here looks just fine. Let's open it up and see what we have. Well, here it is. The Retro Collection from A New Hope. Why did I want this? Well, like I said, I collect the retro figures. I wanted to make sure I had this for the collection too because I think out of all the retro figures, I'm missing one. And that's Boba Fett from the early days. I was never able to buy the Boba Fett from the Empire Strikes Back collection. Someday I gotta really look for it because I gotta have it to finish my collection out, but I don't want to pay outrageous fee for the thing either. But let's take a look at this one. First of all, we have a really nice picture on the outside. Looks like the front and back is about the same. Yeah, I would say they're very close. They are the same, the front and the back. So it looks like we have Dr. Evasan, Walrus Man, Han Solo in his Imperial Stormtrooper outfit, Luke Skywalker in his Yavin uniform, a Rebel Fleet Trooper, and a Sandtrooper. A nice set of figures to get. On the top of the box, we can see the movie stills from each of the figures. On the sides, nothing too special, just kind of says Star Wars. Nothing much there. And the bottom just has your basic gobbledygook. Nothing too much there. The box is in really good shape, except there is one ding right here. And it is a ding that got hit hard enough that it actually punctured the little bit of cardboard. Not all the way through, but it did tear the cardboard up here. Well, considering how hard this was to get, I'm not going to complain too much. Other than that, the box is in really good shape. I do like it. And of course, like my last one that I got, we're going to have to open this box and actually take a look at these figures. Because you got to see what they look like, right? Now, am I going to take them off the cards? No. Those of you who watch my channel know that I am in the box collector. These are going to stay on the cards. That's all there is to it. Well, let's see if we can get them all out of here. There we go. Not the usual type bubbles on these things. I can see that already. Well, the back of the cards. Yeah. These are not good bubbles. It looks like somebody has smashed the bubbles before they got in the box. Because, of course, the box is in pretty decent shape. There is no reason for the bubbles to be in this sort of condition. I am not happy about this at all. The bubble, it's attached to the card real well, but it's smashed. The figure looks like it's okay, but the pistol, one of the two pistols is already loose because the bubble got smashed. Well, this happens to be Dr. Evasan, the first one of the batch. And the figure doesn't look too bad. The card looks really good, and as you can see, they are unpunched. They do have that retro look edge on it that kind of makes it look like it's beat up a little bit. It's supposed to look like it's beat up. It's not supposed to actually be beat up. You know, this almost puts it on the worst list in Walmart, to tell the truth. Oh, looking at the figure, yeah, it's an okay figure. The face is really bare. We got a very little paint for the eyebrows and one dot for the eye. Uniform's not too bad. For a retro figure, looks pretty decent. But yeah, the bubble here completely smashed. The card is in really good shape. You look at the card, yeah, it's a little bit warped, but nothing that couldn't be taken care of. If I put it into a case or something, that would probably straighten it out. So, not real happy, and won't even stand. Not real happy with that one. The next one is Han Solo. And once again, smashed bubble. Not as bad as Dr. Evasan, but it's still smashed. It's caved in. It's like somebody purposely hit it hard. And there is no way to push that out decent. None whatsoever. Once again, as far as the card goes, the card is in really good shape. Unpunched again. As you can see, just a slight warp to it, but not bad. Not bad at all. The bubble is what's the problem. Looking at the action figure of Han, yeah, it's not a good resemblance of Harrison Ford at all, but you don't really expect that from the retro figure collection. But as far as the figure goes, yeah, it looks like an okay figure. We got the short rifle, the long rifle, and a removable helmet. The figure is good for what we're getting. I'm hoping the other four are not going to be smashed like that for the bubbles, but I got a feeling they're all probably going to be. Next, we have Luke Skywalker. And again, the bubble dented here, smashed over here. It really takes away from the look of the figure. And I mean big time. It really does. Card again, really good condition. You know what? I'd like to hear from you. If you were able to pick up the set where your bubbles all smashed like this, Am I making a big deal out of something that's the way it was made? Or do I have a legitimate gripe here? Let me know in the comments below if you've received these and what condition your bubbles are in. Looking at the figure again, it looks like a decent Luke Skywalker, again, back from the late 70s and early 80s. Got the blonde hair there and the bright yellow vest. We've got a medal for around his neck and a pistol that is still in the spot where it's supposed to be. So, 3 for 3 bubbles damaged. We're going to go 4 for 4 here with Walrus Man. Again, card, really good condition. So it's almost like somebody put it on a table and then smashed it. And it's dented here, big dent in the middle, dented all over the side here. I'm almost wondering, did this get too heated or something? In shipping, did these get so hot that it melted the bubble a bit or made it soft? I don't know. As far as the figure goes, Walrus Man looks pretty decent for what it is. And I like that it is a very basic figure. The way this one is with the orange body and the blue arms and legs, that is so reminiscent of the figures when they started making these back in the 70s. Very good likeness of those type of things. That brings back the memories. Next, we have the Sandtrooper, excuse me. The Sandtrooper. Again, card in really good shape. The bubbles are really attached well. They are glued on tight, but warped all out of shape. And I'm starting to wonder, I'm thinking it might not be that they've been smashed. I'm thinking it's warped. The more I'm looking at this, the more that I'm thinking these got heated at some point. Did they get heated as they came across the ocean? They get heated in a warehouse? The thing is, the stickers are fine. There's nothing wrong with the stickers. So, I don't know. I am really confused. Looking at the clone or the Sandtrooper though, this is a good Sandtrooper. I do like the Sandtrooper. I like his left knee there with the little knee guard on that one, but the right knee doesn't have that. And I do like that he's got the orange shoulder blade there to recognize him as a commander of some sort. And the rifle looks pretty good. I do like that. Good figure, terrible bubble. And the last one we have is the Rebel Fleet Trooper. Again, card, not too bad. Probably a little more warped than some of them. Still unpunched. It has been installed, so you could punch them out if you want to hang them. But of course, we don't want to do that, do we? The unpunched cards seem to have more meaning. Card looks really good. I can't really say anything bad about the card. But again, the bubble is warped out of shape. And, I think that's what I'm going to go with. They are warped. It had to be heated at some point. But looking at the Rebel Trooper here, we can see that it is your very basic Rebel Trooper figure. Couple black dots for his eyes. Got some black eyelashes there. I like the helmet on him. And we got a blue pistol with him. Good looking figure. Well, what do you think of these? The figures, I like the figures. For the retro collection, they're really good additions. My only gripe is the bubbles. And if it is the heat that did that, I guess I can't really blame anybody, unless I want to blame the weather. Almost makes me think I might have to try a second set of these, if I can find a second set, to see if the bubbles are as bad in that set as it is in these. Like I said, if you already have a set like this, leave a comment below and let me know what condition your bubbles are in. Are they as bad as these? Because these are terrible. They are totally terrible. I have never seen a whole set of bubbles in this type of condition. But I do like the figures. I do like the set. I do like the cards. I do like the outer box. Overall, I think Hasbro did a pretty good job with these. If it wasn't for the bubbles, I'd be really happy with this set. Well, before I go, I just want to invite you to like this video if you did enjoy it. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed and hit that notification bell so that you're notified when new videos are posted. Well, until next time, may the force be with you and keep your figures from the heat.